Welcome to the Three Forks Nature Center in the beautiful Sequoyah State Park located in a historic region of the Cherokee Nation. Here, our visitors can relax in a beautiful park setting while enjoying golf or horseback riding or a great night of fun at the Western Hills Guest Ranch. Here at Three Forks, we have a small collection of reptiles, fish, and mammals that are here for rehabilitation and for our guests to better understand some of the animals they may encounter while visiting the park. During the winter, we usually have additional visitors that come a long way to stay here for the winter. Pairs of American bald eagles make the long journey from Washington, Oregon, Minnesota, and sometimes as far away as Alaska to Oklahoma and other surrounding southern states for their breeding season. The bald eagle with its distinct white head and tail contrasted by its dark body is one of the most recognizable birds in the U.S. Here at Three Forks Nature Center, we have a resident captive bald eagle that was brought to us from Waco, Texas in January of 2011. When he was young, he got caught in a power line so badly that it was necessary to amputate his left wing for him to continue to live. Because of this, he could not be returned to the wild and spends his day greeting our visitors. He allows us to see up close a bird that usually we can only observe from a distance. The bald eagle lives, hunts around rivers and lakes or any large body of water where it can hunt for fish or other small animals. The bald eagle's range extends from Alaska in the north to Texas in the south. Eagles are birds of prey that belong to the same family, accipiters, that include other raptors such as the red-tailed hawk and the osprey. These members of the Accipitridee family are hunters with sharp talons and recurved beaks made for grabbing and ripping prey apart. The main recognizable characteristics of the American bald eagle are its white head and tail. The body is a dark brown or black, which contrasts greatly with the head and tail, making it easy to spot even when the bird is flying high overhead. These features mature at 4 years of age. Immature bald eagles are brown and heavily speckled with white edges and blotches and feather formations and in certain areas of the body. Distinguishing second and third year immatures can be quite tricky. They both look a lot alike except for the fact that the third year immature bald eagle has more of a white bar underneath its flight wings that is visible while in flight and a wider chest. Eagles are mainly fish eaters, but will also hunt small mammals, reptiles, or even other birds. They make use of available resources, and this does include carrion, which means things that are already dead and decomposing. Eagle eyesight is acute and at least 4 times that of a human's with perfect vision. An eagle in flight at 1,000 feet has the ability to spot prey up to 3 miles away and hone in on it, descending to sharpen the view and finally making its dive toward the selected target. Despite the eagle's acute vision and superb weapons, not all hunts are successful.
That they can never see coming. The bald-headed eagle.
Reproduction in eagles, just like any other animal, of course, starts with courtship. Courtship displays are occurred during flight and consist of the pair flying high up, locking talons, and plummeting to the earth together, letting go at the last minute to fly back up before hitting the ground. Nests are used year after year and in fact to become very large. They are mainly constructed out of branches and twigs and built in large trees along large bodies of water. As the parents take turns on the nest, each one helps incubate the eggs. They also share responsibilities of caring for the eggs after they have hatched. Usually 1 to 3 eggs is laid each breeding season, and incubation time is about 35 days. Eaglets fledge are usually around 11 to 12 weeks after hatching. However, since 1975, eagles have made several attempts to nest in Oklahoma. From 1976 to 1992, only 25 known nesting attempts were listed in Oklahoma, but only 7 were successful, producing a modest 13 offspring. This statistic is further damaged. Usually only 1 in every 8 individual will reach adulthood. Eagle cameras and studies have been trying to understand why these birds are not being more successful. Although some bald eagles are said to reside year-round in Oklahoma, most usually migrate south during the winter for breeding. The eagle was selected by the U.S. Continental Congress in 1782 to represent the United States as a national bird after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Eagles are federally protected because it is a national bird. During the early part of the 19th century, the eagle's numbers seriously declined, majorly due to the use of the pesticide DDT, which thinned the eagle eggshells so much that they rarely hatched. The eagle was listed as an endangered species in 1967. In 1972, DDT was banned, but it took a while for eagle numbers to rebound. In the last part of the 90s, eagles were officially taken off of the endangered species list, and they have been doing considerably well since. Eagles are not only important to the USA, they are also an essential part to many of the lives of Native Americans, our country's first inhabitants. In each tribe, the eagle has a particular role to fulfill. In most tribes, the eagle was recognized as the messenger for the Creator. Because the eagle flew higher than any other bird, it was believed that the eagle could cross over to the spirit prayers to the Creator. For this reason, it is considered a great honor to be able to possess an eagle feather and a great responsibility. Eagle feathers are used in ceremonies and on powwow regalia. To possess an eagle feather, because they are federally protected, Native Americans must have the proper permit and approval from the National Repository.
Eagles are a protected national symbol, but what happens to them when they die? They're sent to the National Eagle Repository in Colorado, where workers examine about 2,000 bald and golden eagles every year.
We're responsible for evaluating each bird that comes in. We're basically looking at the condition of the birds. And once we decide what can be used and what can't be used, then orders are filled with those birds.
The collection point was established in the 1970s to recognize the importance of eagle feathers used in Native American culture. Today, the repository has a waiting list of 6,000 members from over 500 tribes in the U.S.
We've got all kinds of eagles hanging up here that have been evaluated and just waiting for us to find the next person on the list, our waiting list, and ship them out to them.
Whether it's a claw, a beak, or a feather, eagle parts have been used in Native American religious ceremonies for centuries.
When young people would accomplish a good deed or pass into manhood, they earned a right to get an eagle feather. We hold the eagle in high regard because we see it as a messenger between us human common people and the Creator. It takes our prayers from around here, it watches over us, and takes our prayers up into the heavens.
More than 70 years after the Bald Eagle Protection Act, only American Indian tribes have the right to use eagle parts and feathers. Chris Havlick, The Associated Press.
There are 39 different tribes that have headquarters in Oklahoma. Here at Sequoyah State Park, you are currently standing in the Cherokee Nation, home of the Oklahoma Band of Cherokee Indians, a federally recognized tribe. For Cherokees, the eagle was not the ultimate bird. Because it was known to eat carrion, it was considered unclean to the Cherokee. In fact, they cherished the wild turkey more than the eagle. The turkey was seen as a very smart and courageous bird, so it was seen as a more significantly important bird. Because of this, the feathers were prized more as a result. Thank you for coming out this cold day to spend a special morning in this historic area, watching and observing these bald eagles that mean so much to so many people. They are truly a blessing to all who experience them. Thank you everyone for coming.